Just like Elon Musk's rockets, love is in the air. Or is it?
Over the weekend, internet personality Ashley St. Clair made a stunning announcement.
In a statement uploaded to X, she wrote, 5 months ago, I welcomed a new baby into the world. Elon Musk is the father. I have not previously disclosed this to protect our child's privacy and safety, but in recent days it has become clear that tabloid media intends to do so, regardless of the harm it will cause.
This is Musk's 13th child, and St. Clair is the 4th woman to mother one of Musk's kids.
Musk has been relatively silent on the matter. He did tweet about it briefly, though. He responded to a screenshot of a now-deleted St. Clair tweet from 2020 that right-wing political commentator Milo Yiannopoulos had uploaded. Yiannopoulos accused St. Clair of plotting to ensnare Musk for half a decade. St. Clair appeared to jokingly tweet that she wanted to get Musk's attention for a marriage proposal. Trump's now Deputy Rapid Response Director, Greg Price, replied to St. Clair at the time, he's got a kid with a woman already, seems unlikely to work out. Then, according to that same screenshot, St. Clair appeared to write, well, he actually has 7 kids and goes through women pretty fast. Musk responded in the present day to the screenshots on Saturday with a single word, whoa. A now deleted tweet, St. Clair had responded to Musk by writing, Elon, we've been trying to communicate for the past several days. You have not responded. When are you going to reply to us instead of publicly responding to smears from an individual who just posted photos of me in underwear at 15 years old? The New York Post interviewed St. Clair after the announcement, and she told the Post, quote, Musk was very funny, he was smart, he was very down to earth, it started with X interactions and he slid into my DMs. I think it was a meme.
The alleged romance apparently ignited after the Babylon Bee CEO asked St. Clair, who used to work for the outlet, to fly to San Francisco to interview Musk. St. Clair told the Post, after the interview, I got a text from him saying, feel like going to Providence, Rhode Island tonight?
St. Clair says she was told to keep it a secret forever. Musk allegedly bought her a fancy apartment in New York's financial district and a security detail.
The romance, however, was allegedly not there. St. Clair says she spent the pregnancy alone.
So, this is some news. Elon Musk obviously has a number of children. One of his little rugrats was with him at the Oval Office the other day. I guess I should say that it is not totally independently confirmed that he is in fact the father of this child, because he has not acknowledged it or said so, but that is her claim, and she clearly did meet him and got a apartment paid for by him. That's, again, according to reporting the New York Post did. Tweeting at Elon is the best way to get his attention, so I see why she is doing it that way. Look, I don't, in all seriousness, I think it's a little bit not great to watch, two parents. This is going to be embarrassing to the kid later on in life.
100%.
I also want to leave kids out of things, have kids be off limits. The baby is too young to have an awareness now of even what is going on, but it's good not to involve kids in public squabbles. So I think it was not a good idea on her part. It's one thing to just release a statement saying this is the situation and I want privacy and that's all, but then to be tweeting about it or tweeting to try to get his attention, I don't think is a good idea. I similarly don't think it was good judgment on his part to ignore her and then respond to a screenshot of a tweet of a conversation from long ago saying that she was trying to ensnare him. Although that is kind of interesting that she said that all those years ago. So not ideal behavior from these new parents.
Not ideal, and I am judging it, Robby, with
Are you?
every breath this morning.
Are
It's
you?
almost as if they mistook their X accounts for their text message inboxes. This is the kind of stuff you definitely should be keeping between the individuals who are involved. And I mean, I take your point about the impact on the kids long term very, very seriously. This is going to live on forever. I mean, even when people delete their posts, they have existed. Not good.
Yeah, it's also, I don't know, it seems like there could be financial consequences for doing that, but if it is his child, he should support. I mean, he has supported her already. He got her this apartment. I was not even though that she's a right-wing kind of content creator on X. It's a popular account. I've seen the account before. I've not really interacted with her very much or at all. I don't don't know her. I do know Greg Price, who was briefly involved in this, whose tweet we put on screen, who now works for the Trump administration and tweets very prolifically, and we've used a lot of his tweets on the show. He provides a useful service of identifying interesting content to discuss. So anyway, it's all very online. It's I guess is this how people meet and fall in love and decide to have kids?
Well,
now?
maybe they do.
You get an online billionaire's attention, and then he flies you across the country, and then you see how that date turns out.
Yeah, look, Robby, the bigger question for me is, Mr. Musk is now a very outsized figure within the Republican Party, the party of family values.
Okay, we can go there. Go ahead.
How is it that this is okay to father many children by any standards under multiple women? I mean, this is the thing.
Well, I'm not a social
specific
conservative,
opinion,
so I don't care whatsoever. Frankly, it doesn't seem like conservatives too much care whatsoever. I've seen a couple tweets from people on the right saying effectively, is this sending the right sign? Isn't this inconsistent with our one man, one woman, stable family situation, advocacy, etc.? Mostly I was just seeing people on the right congratulating her and him for having another kid. His situation is he is so wealthy he can provide for a good accommodations for a child. It's not like the child is going to go hungry or be neglected I mean maybe you could argue that be emotionally neglected or in some way will be psychologically worse off for this, but it's not going to be it's like a single parent family household level of neglect.
Yeah, I mean, look, personally, I'm kind of a live and let live gal.
Yeah,
however,
me too. I don't care.
The political point here is, if this were a Dem who were in his shoes under the same circumstances, there would be no end to the skewering on that right-wing media infrastructure.
I don't know about that.
I think
You think so?
Yeah, I do. I feel like it would be fodder for a lot of different conversations.
Well, I mean, Republicans have gotten chiller about a lot of that stuff. It's not exactly what are now socially conservative or family issues. It's not really abortion and marriage and those kinds of things. It's wokeness is more of a transgender stuff and pronouns and those kinds of things. It's just a different set of issues.
Robby, I think you are far more open-minded than the Republican Party.
Oh.
And in particular, I would say abortion remains a total linchpin issue. The only breathing room that we are seeing right now, I think, is as a result of the now second-time president having pushed back on abortion as part of his campaign. But I do think that remains a central tenet of the culture.
Well, no doubt it remains important to many social conservatives, of which there is still a large and healthy movement. But as you said, Trump has not prioritized the issue. He said there should be no national abortion policy, that it's up to the states. And even red-leaning states have not shown much inclination to pass incredibly restrictive abortion rules.
Which to me felt like a political strategy as opposed to wherever his beliefs may be, because it took the air out of the tires on some of what was really driving people and getting Democrats.
Well, unlike the Democratic Party, the Republican Party has pivoted to doing things that are only broadly popular, right? Trump has actually ran against cutting entitlements, even though I absolutely want to cut entitlements. He's like, that's not popular. We're not going to do that. He's running on things like, as we talked about earlier, like the cultural stuff that wins. Like there can only be two genders on the form or with the government paperwork. That has majority American support, so that's what we're going to do. Having incredibly restrictive abortion policies would not have majority support, so we're not going to do that.
Well,
maybe Democrats could listen to some of that.
Maybe his influence is now also impacting Elon Musk, and people are less concerned about it than maybe they would have been in a past cycle.
Well, we wish do we know this kid's name? Is production was that released? The kid's name?
God,
the kid's name is XXX. No, you're lying. They're joking. That's a joke.
Just
because some of
Robby.
the other kids had interesting names.
Letters and numbers.
Some of them, letters and numbers. That does it for us today on Rising. Thanks so much for tuning in. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss any of our content. And for those of you who like to listen while on the go, we're now available anywhere you can find podcasts. See you tomorrow.